Hi guys, this is Arnav from the DARS marketing team. Today we're going to do our first landing page teardown, in which we find a landing page on the internet and critique it, and suggest ways in which they could improve their conversion rate, usually through a conversational landing page, which is essentially what you're seeing in this GIF over here. It's a landing page that looks like a conversation. It's a landing page which uses an automated conversational agent to complete the lead generation process. And the reason that we thought of doing this video is because this is pretty much what we do every day. Customers send us their landing pages and ask us to improve their conversion rate. And usually what we do is we create a video like this in which we log our critiques of their landing page and then discuss ways in which we could improve it through a conversational landing page. So for this first video, we're going to look at a landing page from the LASIK eye surgery industry. Because we actually had a customer from the LASIK eye surgery space who came to us with their landing page and asked us to improve their conversion rate, and we actually learned a lot from it. It turns out that LASIK, we didn't know this before we worked with them, LASIK is extremely competitive in the marketing space. It's, as you can see over here from these search results, the top 3 links are Google Ads. So there are a lot of companies, a lot of healthcare providers who want to sell people LASIK. It's location based, obviously, because you have to be in the same place as your surgeon to get LASIK eye surgery. And actually, if I go to a new tab and go to my handy CPC tool, you will see in a over here. Cost per click for LASIK eye surgery related terms is pretty high. It's about $16 per click. So if I click on one of these ads, these companies, so for example, let's click on LASIK Vision Institute. LASIK Vision Institute paid about $16 for that click. And $16 click, they have decided to show me this landing page, which is pretty basic. It's similar to the landing page our LASIK customer sent us when they asked us to increase their conversion rate. But there's a lot wrong with this. On the surface, I am seeing 3, maybe 4 glaring issues. The first one is the stock images look a little bit artificial. They feel a little impersonal, and I'd probably change them to something that looks a little less fake. But you know what? That's the sort of thing which you could very easily do in a conversational landing page as well. Someone creating a conversational landing page could very easily use a bad stock image. So I'm not gonna be too hard on them for that error. But the second issue that I see in this landing page is that they're using a pretty long form. Over here, it looks like they have 9 or 10 fields the prospects have to fill out to generate a lead. And that's just way too long. People don't like filling out forms, and if you show them 9 fields over here, there's a good chance that a lot of them are going to drop before they actually fill out the whole form. And that just means wasted money, because this company's LASIK Vision Institute is paying, as we saw from the other tab, they're paying about $16 per click. So that's the second big issue that I see with this landing page. Use of a long form. The third issue is there's just way too much content on this page. There's a study conducted by Nielsen, I think in 2008, where they found that prospects tend to read only 20% of the content on the web pages which they see every day. And this page has a lot of content. There's the text at the top. The CTA over here has some text in it. There's the logo, which has some text in it. There's the labels and the menu at the top, which have text in it. And on top of all of that basic text, which is usually there on landing pages, they have a bunch of paragraphs over here where they explain why you should go to the LASIK Vision Institute for your LASIK. And honestly, no one's going to read these paragraphs. Someone's clearly spent time drafting them, but unfortunately, the vast majority of prospects are just going to skim through this. And that's terrible from a conversion rate standpoint, because there's probably information in here which LASIK Vision Institute thinks that the prospect should know, before they provide their lead information, or before they consider providing their lead information. And since they have phrased it in such a long way, it's likely that prospects aren't going to get the information that they need, and as a result drop before they actually provide the information that LASIK Vision Institute wants them to provide through this form. And to sort of sum up what my issue with this page is, if I want to bring all those three issues together into one overarching critique of this page, it's that this page looks kind of like a page from the early 2000s. The stock images, the basic web form, the plain text, it looks like a page from the early 2000s. It doesn't look like the sort of thing which I would expect to find in 2018 on a landing page. But then again, I work in CRO, so maybe I'm a little biased. Anyways, now that we've critiqued this landing page, I'm going to go ahead and show you an alternative version which we made after looking at this landing page. It's a conversational landing page, like the one I showed here. This is what it would look like. So if LASIK Vision Institute were to use a conversational landing page, a prospect would click on their Google ad, and this is what they would see. And at the outset, you'll notice that there's not a lot of text on the page, and that's intentional. When you do present information through a chat interface, through an automated chat flow, you're forced by the nature of the medium to reduce the amount of text that you show a user to a minimum. So at any given point in a conversation, you're not going to send a user more than 2 or 3 text message bubbles, and each of those bubbles is going to be about the length of a short tweet. So essentially on this page right now is the amount of content that a user would read if they're scrolling through Twitter, which is considerably less than the amount of information that a user is expected to read on this page over here. And that ensures that users or prospects are going to be reading all the information that the company sends them, which increases the chances of them converting into an actual lead. And the second way this landing page helps is helps solve the problems of the older landing page, is that since it's a chat flow, if I want to generate a lead in this landing page as a prospect, I'd have to click on yes, I'd like an appointment over here, and then have a conversation with the bot to generate my lead. So if I put in my number over here, send me another message asking me for my name. So my name in. And essentially the difference between this and the form, which is over here, is that I provide one detail at a time, and every time I provide a detail, I'm rewarded on screen with a little bit of visual stimulation as new message bubbles pop up on the screen. So it's not the sort of paradigm of self-serve that you would see on this landing page, where you click on the Google ad, the company behind the page delivers a landing page to you, and then it's up to you as a prospect to figure out the information on the page, fill out the form, and hit submit. Over here, you give a little bit of information at a time, and each time you give a little bit of information, the landing page gives you something back. So it feels like you're actually in a two-way interaction with the company behind the landing page. And that sort of makes for a more engaging user experience, which increases the chances of conversion. So as you can see over here, I have generated a lead essentially by giving them my information, and it's now giving me the option of scheduling an appointment. So let's say, what date did I choose? The 29th. Yeah, 29th seems reasonable. And let's go with 4 p.m. And hit send. And that is pretty much it, I think. As you can see, I generated a lead pretty quickly, and it was, again, an engaging experience because it was back and forth. It wasn't sort of in the same paradigm as this landing page where everything is given at once. It reduces the amount of text I have to read at any given point in time, which is a huge improvement from this landing page over here. And again, because it asks for the information in a back and forth way. I don't have this ugly form staring at me, inducing me to pick up my phone and scroll through Instagram instead of filling out the form. And we found that this approach tends to increase conversion rates by 2 or 3x. In the case of our customer in the LASIK space, actually they saw a marginal increase in their conversion rate, but they saw a drastic drop in their cost per click. But yeah, that's essentially how we'd go about the process of critiquing this landing page, critiquing our clients' landing pages and converting it into a conversational landing page, which converts at a higher rate. That's pretty much it. Let us know what you think of this video, and if you have a landing page that you want us to tear down, let us know in the comments, and we will do that. Thanks.